Hey guys, we are establishing a food forest in our backyard, so I'd figured that I'd give you guys an update as to how the food forest is going. First of all, let's take a look at our good old composter here. This is our Yimby composter that we got on Amazon. I'll link it up down in the description below. I've done plenty of videos about it before, but kind of doing an experiment right now, if you haven't watched our previous videos, where I'm not putting any browns in the composter. So it's got a lot of maggots in there right now, and it's very, very liquidy. And since it's a 2-chamber composter, what I'm hoping is that whenever fall comes, I'll probably add some browns, and either the maggots will go away or they'll move over to this side, in which I'll start putting food on this side. There's a little bit of some browns down in here just because I had some grass clippings that I stuck in there. But this side's mainly just maggots and food, and it looks disgusting in there. But if you guys want a great composter, I can highly recommend this one here. I've been using it since December, whenever I got it. And it's been fantastic. I really like it. I like the profile, I like how easy it is. Got the handles on it to be able to grab and turn. It's all around great composter, and I'd recommend that if you're looking to start a compost pile in your yard. Now, aside from that composter, we also have the compost pile over there, which I'll talk a little bit more about in just a minute. But let's talk about some of the trees we got going on here. So look at this. All this greenery coming out. Looks like these leaves have gotten bigger since the last video that I've made. I believe this is our plum tree right here. So I'm really hoping that next year this thing kind of takes off. We've had it in the ground for about 2 years now, and I think it's on its way to producing for us. And then we have our orange tree over here. This orange tree, let's see, it produced an orange, except it's still green from the last time I saw it. Yeah, look right there. Still green. So we haven't really gotten anything much from it. Hopefully this thing turns and we actually get something from it, but this tree has been a struggle for us, let's just say that. And then this tree right here, we planted the same time we did that tree. And this tree doesn't seem to be as leafy. I think this is oh, I can never remember which one this is. But it's still healthy. It's just not really growing as much as I expected it to. I bet in the next year or so, though, we'll have some good growth there. This is our other compost pile, basically all the big stuff that we take down, stuff from the yard, and stuff that can't really go into the composter. We'll throw that in here. As you can see, we have our mammoth sunflowers right there that we took down. We still got that thing growing over there, and I think these are potatoes growing back here, so we got all kind of stuff growing. And look, something started growing. We had this little extra dirt pile right here, and we got stuff growing in there. So I'm not too sure what's going on with this compost pile, but I bet underneath there is some great compost. This is our grapevine right here. It's the squirrels came and ate all the grapes, and I think it's kind of probably starting to go dormant, and then hopefully next year it'll kind of spring back to life again, because it is supposed to be a perennial, and hopefully we can get it to grow along the fence here. I think that would look super cool right there. Oh, I gotta show you all this right here. In these boxes, Krista planted some melons. They're called like Tom Yum melons or something like that, and look at these guys. They're looking great. We've got 4 of them. This is one right here. Then we got another one over here, right there. And then there's this smaller guy right here. And then there's a teeny tiny one right here. But those are looking great. Hopefully they get big enough, and hopefully they're juicy, juicy, juicy. That's what I'm hoping for. Well, whenever we go to pick that, I'll have to show you guys that. Over here we just have a radish that we're just kind of letting go wild. And we have some old lettuce right here that bolted and whatnot. We kind of need to clean this area up. It's kind of getting a mess there. Our fig tree, man, it looks clean, it looks healthy, but nothing seems to be growing on it. I don't know what's going on here. It's kind of flaking off. I don't know if that means anything. It does look dry. Do y'all know anything about fig trees? I haven't quite figured out what's going on with our fig tree yet. We've never seen a leaf on it yet. This is our lemon tree. It's a stump in the ground. I chopped it down pretty much because it wasn't looking too great. Hopefully something will grow back next spring. We'll kind of see. We'll have to watch that and see what happens. We got these few tomato plants right here. These are looking great. Got lots of tomatoes on them, held up by these stakes and these little clips that I've had on there before. And, oh, I gotta mention, Dr. Doom. He is another fellow gardener. He mentioned that he was growing big beefsteak tomatoes, and these sticks, and he was using twist ties, weren't able to hold up to that. So if you're doing big giant tomatoes, you might have to get some tomato cages to stake them down. those stakes seem to work for smaller sized food. There's our blueberry tree right here. I haven't seen anything on there. It's not really blueberry season anymore, so we're just kind of letting that thing grow. We got 2 others in the front that we want to pot. Here's another dead sunflower. We probably need to pull that guy up. But I think there's some beans growing on it, kind of using it as a trellis right now. But the beans aren't looking so hot right now. These sunflower leaves are looking a little dead. But we do have another sunflower coming up right here. Surprise, surprise. This one is a little late to the game, but that's okay. We'll still take him. Hopefully he gets big and strong, just like those other ones that we had over there and in the compost. I'm not too sure what this is. It looks like some kind of squash right here. I did plant those pumpkin seeds. Do y'all remember that? Back on some of the first vlogs of the garden that I created, I planted some pumpkin seeds. I wonder if that's what that is. This is another sunflower right here that's just kind of lost its head. His head fell off! What movie is that from? Do y'all know? We got these long beans right here. We're just kind of letting them grow and we're shelling them as they come out. There's a few of them in here. And then, yeah, we got a bunch in here. Oh, wow, look, this came undone. So this is a good idea. If you have a wooden fence, what we did is we took some of this fencing wire stuff and we just stapled it to here. Apparently, I didn't put enough staples because it's coming off, so I might need to add some more staples to that. But easy way that you can grow your food forest. I'll link up all the things that we used to make our food forest happen down in the comments below if you guys are looking for kind of a how we did it, what kind of products we used and whatnot. It was just basically some fencing wire and I stapled it to the wooden fence and it held up really well, let things grow as a trellis and whatnot. I really liked it. You can really see it right here too. The only issue we had is that if fruit starts growing on the back side of it, they kind of get stuck in there like that cucumber did right there. We've got another cucumber right there looking good. And then we need to weed this area. It's getting kind of overgrown. And we had all those cowpeas, but we took down all the cowpeas because they were just taking over the area. We still got our flowers right here that are attracting some nice pollinators, which have been great for the food forest. Also, those sunflowers attracted a ton of pollinators as well. So I can definitely say that you should have some of those pollinators here so that you can, they can pollinate all of the different trees that need to be pollinated or the plants that need to be pollinated. Like Krista, one thing she'll do before we had the pollinators is she'd go and she'd kind of like tap the tomato plants with her finger lightly, and that's supposed to help pollinate them. Look, these are those cowpeas that I was telling you guys about. Imagine this like all over that big giant azalea bush and climbing up the house poles. It was crazy. So we got still a little batch right there. We might get some cowpeas off of that. I really don't know. We actually have plenty of them right now, so we don't need it. Oh, look right here. That's a cowpea right there. So we've been shelling those. Look, the garbage heap right here. Look at all this life. Look at all these tomatoes that just popped up out of nowhere. I find this to be so amazing because we planted this back in like March. And all of a sudden, March, April, May, June, July, August, what are we in? September, August, September, somewhere around there. It's like 6 months later, they just were like, okay, we'll pop up now and we'll start producing some tomatoes for you. So we have all this to look forward to over the next few months. Very excited about that. And then we also have our tomatoes over here as well. Kristen went picking the other day, so we don't have too much growing. That right there. I'm trying to see if I can find, look, got a little guy right there. And she picked a bunch of peppers too. We had a bunch of peppers growing. This is a, I think that's, yeah, this is a pepper plant right here. A little cucumber plant right there. What's over here? This is another, look how tall this pepper's gotten. I think that might be the tallest one that we have right now. It's coming all the way up to the top of the fence. That's great. Tomato, tomatoes, tomatoes. Plenty of tomatoes all throughout here. Look at this jungle right here. This is all tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers right here. And it's just growing on both sides of the fence. There's a passion vine slinging through here somewhere too as well. Oh, and we actually saw that some of those were making fruit. I'll have to see if I can find one. I don't see it right now. I have to look. And then we got a couple of cucumber right there, another pepper there, and it looks like another tomato right there. So things are growing, things are looking good. We're producing lots of fruit. We're bringing in lots to eat. Look, it's growing in between our door right here. Tomatoes, 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 tomato. I see birds all the time back here. We've got a few midget tomatoes, Mexican midget tomatoes. These have just been continually, just keep producing every week, every couple of days. We're popping off more of these and eating them. They are just absolutely delicious. I want to show you guys on the other side of this fence. It's in between us and our neighbors. Look at this, is growing on the other side of the fence, and we've been picking all along here as well. Look, there's that, this is that passion flower. Oh, I don't see any fruit on that one though. I was hoping to see some fruit. Let's see, it goes down here. Ah, I don't see any fruit on there. Dang it. I was hoping to show you guys what the passion fruit looked like. We haven't been able to pick one yet, but we know that they're there, so that's good. Now I'm kind of curious to see what happens up front here, because this whole area right here, I planted a bunch of tomatoes in as well. As we can see, we got one here. I'm curious to know if, just like that other patch, if we're gonna get a bunch of tomatoes here. That'd be kind of exciting. We do plan on uprooting this, and we're gonna put in a blueberry bush. We just haven't done it yet. And we got our apple tree here. Ooh, wow, this is actually looking pretty nice. A lot of growth on here. I think we got some new growth, some new greenery here. That's awesome. But the other one, well, we have another blueberry bush right there, but the other one here, still, oh, look at that dragonfly. Can y'all see that? That's cool. I love seeing that. Oh, there he goes. But this apple tree has nothing yet. Nothing. Hopefully something happens there. This is the blueberry bush that we plan on putting in that guy's place. And then herb garden's kind of been hit or miss this year. The mint hadn't taken over like it usually does. And then we had a bunch of caterpillars that were hanging out on this parsley or cilantro or whatever it is right there. So we were watching the caterpillars for a while there. Little landscaping right here. We added in this little chute right here from my gutters and put some rocks down there. I thought that that looked nice. If you guys want to do something like that, I'll find this stuff and link it up down in the description. I can't remember exactly what those little chute things are called, like some kind of guard, I feel like. But that's the state of the food forest. If you guys are liking these food forest update videos, make sure to click that subscribe button. If you guys want a PDF of 30 fun things you can do with your family, one of those includes gardening, but if you're looking for 52 fun things to do to build a stronger family bond, I'll link that up right up there. You guys can go and check that out. Like I said, if y'all are looking for any of the products that we used in this video and in our previous videos, I'll link up those down in the description below as well. If you guys want to watch more of our garden updates, make sure to click some of those videos right there on the screen. I'd love it if you guys watched more of our videos. Hit that subscribe button if you like what we're doing here. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being shiggity shank.